Welcome back to the channel and the second episode of Stocks Trading School, a step-by-step guide for day trading. So in this chapter, we are looking for how do we find the stocks to trade. These stocks are particularly called stocks in play, SIP. So we are looking for the stocks with the potential to move up 100% or more each day. So how do we define that this particular stock is SIP or it's a normal stock? So there are some parameters to define that these stocks might be considered for SIP. The type of stocks that I put in SIP bucket should have these pointers. And I'm not saying this the stock should have one of the pointers. It should be combination of these points. So the first one is demand. If there is a stock which has a higher demand, there is a 3x demand for the particular stock on a particular day, I will consider that as a SIP, but not alone. I should have that point 0.2 or 3 or 4 with it. What do I mean with relative volume? At any given day, the stock might be trading with a volume of, let's say, 100K, right? But if it has to qualify for SIP, it should be at least 3 times the average volume of 3 months. In this case, it should be like 300K. So if the relative volume is not 3 times, I'm gonna ignore that stock, right? The second point is again demand. So on a given day or a pre-market or open market, if my stock is not already up by at least 10%, I will not put that stock in my SIP bucket. So I'm going to ignore it again and saying, nah, this is a common stock, may not run for 100%, so I'm not going to waste my time on it. So the third point again is for demand. The current volume in pre-market or open market should be high. And now we are just asking how high it should be. The high means in pre-market at least it should have 4 million volume, and in open market it should have at least 9 million volume. So basically I'm looking for a stock which is 1 and 2 and 3. So if you come and say, I found a stock which is gapping up 10%, but the relative volume is not 3x, but that will not qualify for my SIP bucket. Now the fourth point, which is very interesting and important, is catalyst. Is there any news associated with the stock? Right? So maybe there are some days, there are some stocks which are moving up, but there is no news. And the same day, let's say you have a list of 4 stocks, and one of the stock has a news associated with the stock, and the news associated is positive. Then I will bet on the stock with the news because it's a catalyst. There is more tendency of the stock moving up than the 3 stocks which are without news. So it might run all day even in aftermarket. Fifth point is theme. If the stock aligned with the theme of the market or not. So the current theme of the market is AI. If the stock is particular in AI, let's say there was one particular stock which was associated with Nvidia. So if the news is with the Nvidia, the stock is growing. The sixth point for my consideration is the price. I look for stocks which are generally less priced. It's like $0 to $10. And in some cases, I go up to $20, but those are the days when I don't find anything from $0 to $10. Also, I don't recommend new traders to start with penny stock because it's like more riskier. They have more float into it, and they can jump from 32 cents directly to 65 and 80, and they can come back to like 10 cents. So it's more risky to start trading with the penny stock if you don't have a strategy, if you don't understand the charts. Let's see how do we fit that in our screener. So the first example I'm going to show is about my so this is how my screen looks like. So generally it is closed like this, but I'm going to expand it to show the filters. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for a for a market cap of zero point 0.3 to 2 billion, which is like a small cap, right? Then I'm listing all the prices from 0 to 20, and then I'm looking for a change which is like, 0 to the maximum change, right? And then the volume is important. I'm starting with 4 million because I start my session at pre-market. But since I'm using VBull, it automatically gives me two or three options, which is like top gainers, volume active stocks, and all that. And there is a news section. So if I click on, let's say, ONVO, it should list all the news associated with it. Plus, I have alert system. So every time there is change in volume, a price is increasing, it gonna alert me on my screen. And I added a widget here to see quickly about the chart. For example, if it is like WAFU, but I want to see whether it is suiting my setup or not, I can just click on it and see whether it's a good stock to start with or not, right? Also, maybe for later, we can set up the technical alerts on the chart. I will cover an episode on that where you can say if my price is over my EMA, give me alert. If it is crossing 9 EMA and 20 EMA, give me alert. So that alerts will come here as well. So in my trading view, I created this screener, right? So basically these are the same options where I'm saying price is 1 to 20, the change is 3% above, market volume is 6 million. So you can create your free version of the trading view screener as well. But the point which I dislike or is not proficient enough or efficient enough is this does not refresh itself. It's not active, so you have to come, click here, check again as many times you want to, but it will not, it's not a like a live screener, and there is no alerts into the system. So that's why I rely more on the VBull screener than the free version of TradingView. But since you're a beginner, you can start with TradingView screener. You can go to products, you can go to screeners, and then click stocks, and then you can customize your own screener. And this can be created on Yahoo Finance as well. So it's up to basically up to you. But the major part is we are looking for these points. So 1 and 2 and 3 with or 4 or 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 6 with preferably 4 and 5. So this is how you're gonna find your stocks each day to trade.